is a pattern, and if you're watching this because your dog started barking after midnight, this message is for you. Stay exactly where you are. Lock your doors, turn off the lights, and listen. Act 1. The first signs. Over the past few weeks, emergency services across multiple zones have received a surge in calls. Not about break-ins, not about animals, but about dogs. Dogs growling at corners, barking at doorways, staring, completely frozen, at blank walls and windows, refusing to respond to their name, ignoring their owners like they don't recognize them anymore. In one case, a golden retriever began every single night at 2:50 a.m., always at the same spot, right by the front window. When the father tried to drag it away, the dog snapped at him. Witnesses said its eyes were stretched wide, unblinking, glassy. When asked what the dog was barking at, the youngest child in the house simply said, "It's warning us not to let it in." No one came to the door. Nothing moved. But the persistent barking continued for 11 straight nights. Same hour, same spot, same pattern, until 3:01 a.m. when the barking suddenly stopped. And that night, the door was found slightly open from the inside. There was no sign of forced entry, and the father who tried to move the dog hasn't been seen since. Act 2. The behavioral pattern. Officials have now documented a consistent series of events. We call them the 3 phases of canine reaction. Phase 1, unease, begins between 11:30 p.m. and midnight. Your dog starts pacing, whining, refusing to meet your eyes. It might stare into empty spaces or try to leave the room entirely. Phase 2, lock on. Between 12:10 and 12:50 a.m., the dog will freeze and fix its attention on one place: a door, a hallway, a vent, a mirror. Then the barking begins, sharp, mechanical, rhythmic. Some people say it sounds like words. One woman even claimed her dog was trying to say, "Don't let it in." Phase 3, barrier. If you try to stop it, if you pull your dog away, it will resist. It may growl. It may stand between you and the door. But this is not aggression. This is protection. One owner said, "It looked at me like I was the danger, like it was trying to keep me from something behind me." Act 3. Agency intervention. The Federal Bureau of Domestic Animal Surveillance has confirmed the anomaly. Their findings are worse than we thought. If your dog barks at exactly 3:17 a.m., it's not reacting to random sounds. Footage shows a tall, narrow heat signature, barely visible on thermal cams, standing just outside your property, perfectly still, always in the same spot, for exactly 93 minutes. Then it moves to the next house. Your dog has memorized its pattern, and now the entity is learning your dogs. Every time your dog barks, the shape turns its head toward your bedroom window. It's listening. If you wake up, it disappears. If you don't, it steps closer. Act 4. The mimic. After 3 nights of barking, your dog will stop. You'll feel a strange relief, like the problem resolved itself. But that silence is not a sign of peace. It's the beginning of phase 2. You'll start hearing footsteps in your house. Your footsteps. Same rhythm, same hesitations, even the same soft drag of your left foot. Except you won't be moving. You'll be in bed, motionless. The sounds will start in the kitchen, move to the hallway, and pause just outside your door. It's not random. The entity is rehearsing. It's copying the way you breathe, the way you clear your throat, the way you walk through your home. It wants to become you. Act 5. They're already here. Neighbors have already been changed, like Margaret, who stands at her window for hours each morning staring at your house. She waves back when you wave. Same arm, same motion, but her fingers move just a little too slow. Your dog growls when she gets close. You've seen it. Yesterday, Margaret mentioned something you said out loud in your home when no one else was there. She knew details about your work, your routine, things you've never told anyone. Her skin is unchanged. Her voice is normal, but her eyes reflect light. Wrong. Act 6. The final instruction. 3 residents from your block have already disappeared. Each left their shoes in a perfect line at the door, clean, even though they walked through mud that night. Security footage shows them leaving at 3:17 a.m., walking toward the woods with the exact same posture, stride, and pace. 2 of them had dogs. The third lived alone, but neighbors reported barking from inside his house. Animal control found nothing. They were responding to the same thing your dog is warning you about. Act 7. What to do if it happens. If your dog starts barking between midnight and 3 a.m., follow these rules. Do not open the door. Do not look outside. Do not speak its name more than once. Do not move toward the sound. And whatever you do, do not turn your back to it. Sit beside your dog. Face the same way it does. Let it bark. Let it growl. Let it protect you. If it whimpers, it's past. If it growls, you are not alone. Act 8. The end game. Your dog is not just scared. It's preparing. Because it knows the entity has finished watching. And now it's ready to enter. Not by force, but by familiarity. It will mimic you so perfectly, you'll believe it's you returning home. But your dog will know the difference. Only it can smell what the entity can't imitate. If your dog stands in your way, don't push past it. It's the last barrier between you and it. Closing. Fade to black, low static hum. The entity does not make mistakes. It chose you before the first bark. The barking was never a warning. It was confirmation. You've already been selected. And tonight, when it goes quiet, and you hear the sound of your own footsteps in the hallway, don't check, don't move, and above all else, don't trust yourself.